All right, so we are live. Good evening, everyone, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls. Those that will join us live, those that are watching the replay. Happy Sunday to you. Today is a special day because today we have a very special guest in the house. But before I introduce him, you're welcome. If you're watching us, quickly just drop a comment. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me, and let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you're watching from. Are you in Nigeria? Where in Nigeria are you watching from? Are you outside the country? Where are you? All right. So tell us, can you see me? Can you hear me? And where are you watching from? All right. So while you do that, you're very, very welcome. This is the conversations with the Oracle. It's a weekly program I do where I share my knowledge um, with people. And this is episode 7. For the past 6 episodes, I've been doing it, just myself, sharing my knowledge. But this time, I decided to reach out to my boss, my friend, my brother to come and join me and share his knowledge on a subject I know he's well versed on. So I have the pleasure of having with me Louis Akwaze in the building this evening. Louis, thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, and I apologize for the delay. I
It's all
apologize.
right.
I'm just getting now. The way I planned myself is not the way it worked out, but we are here and we are ready to go. So this episode is we are looking at budgeting and personal finance. Other times I've been talking about sales, marketing, how to sell more, how to do this. But the truth is, if you're selling more, you're making more sales, you're making more money for yourself, and you don't know how to manage your money, you don't know how to budget properly, it would be like fetching water and pouring it into a basket. All right, you are making so much effort, money is coming in, but money is also gushing out. That was why I decided to have a show like this, a session like this, where we can talk about how to manage our money, how to budget properly, and keep our personal finance healthy. Not just about making money. There are three facets to being financially free. You must make money, you must manage money, and you must multiply money. So I've been talking about making money, making money. Today, Salus will be showing us how to manage money so that we are not walking into a leaking bucket. And probably some other time, I will still get somebody to talk about how to multiply money, how to invest, and grow your money. All right, so I've talked too much. Sir Louis, the floor is yours. Just tell us about yourself and then dive into what you have for us.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Good day to you. If you're seeing this as a replay, good day to you from any part of the world you're seeing this today. Good day to you. It's a pleasure to be here. I do not take this for granted and I do not take it lightly. Okay. My name is Louis, like he has said, and I'm very passionate about personal finance because it's a subject we don't grow up with coming from third world Africa. It's a subject most people shy away from, and it's a subject that will affect your life, how your life will turn out to be. Personal finance will affect your life. Most people just know one aspect, which is making money, just like what Pendullum has said. But then being wealthy goes beyond just making money. It has the other aspect of managing money, and of course, it has the other aspect of multiplying money. But I've discovered that making money is a bit easier because people can actually sell. Okay, people have learned how to sell and generate revenue for themselves. Where the problem lies majorly for the average and poor people is in managing money. Because if you can manage money to a point, you can then think of how you want to multiply the money. Okay, someone that cannot manage money cannot think of multiplying. You cannot multiply one cover. Okay, you need to manage money to a point where it gathers into something tangible. To think about investment, you must have something. You must learn savings before thinking of investment. You cannot do investment without learning how to do savings. So the whole thing comes down to personal finance, money management, and there is a topic I'm very passionate about. And again, I brought out time to learn about this. I started paying for master classes. I started paying for mentorship, and as well, I started reading religiously. And you know, with time, I started learning, and I started implementing in my own life. I started seeing a little bit of results. I kept implementing, and then I got a whole lot better. Okay, and then I started helping people understand their money better, and they can at least to a point manage their finance better. So that is why we are here, and I'm very delighted to be here tonight. This is Sunday of July 17, right? 2017 Sunday. So if you're saying this any other date, is all right. So just make sure you don't skip this. Make sure you don't skip anything. It's going to be a very robust conversation. Mr. Pendulum here is well vested in this also, and we are here to learn as well as teach the little we know. So I'm grateful to be here. Thank you, Pendulum.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, without further ado, just let us know what you have for us. How do we manage our money? How do we budget? Where do we start from? How do we continue?
All right. Thank you for that. And I'll go straight to the point. We don't intend keeping you guys for too long, and we don't intend wasting 1 second of your time. So I'll go straight to the point. Now, a lot of people, just like we've said earlier, a lot of people have gotten above, they have crossed that hurdle of making money. The main financial challenge they're facing now is managing money. In fact, recently I had to go out to the street to do some street interviews where I asked people how they manage their own money. Now, it is deadly for you to just earn money and spend money. Okay, I'll give you three categories of spending and earning that people fall into. It is very deadly that you just earn and spend without a structure. Okay, if you just earn and spend, you'll be oblivious of where your money is coming from. You'll be oblivious of where your money is going to. And most times than not, you'll be asking yourself, where did my money go to? Okay, you are daft. You don't know what you're doing. And then you are always broke. Why are you always broke? You can't trace your finance. Your finance doesn't have a structure. Yeah, you are getting paid and you feel like there's no amount of money that comes into you that you cannot go broke from. People have gone broke from $100 million. That's a whole lot of money. Yet there are people that have gone broke from $100 million. Millionaires have gone broke. These are millionaires in dollars. They have gone broke. Okay, you can still go broke from any figure you think you are earning if you don't learn how to manage your money. So, and one of the structures to help you manage your money so well is budgeting. We have a lot of them. We have budgeting, we have savings, and I'm going to break down all these things right away. Okay, so budgeting is a system where you allocate funds to different aspects of your life. Yes, money is meant to be spent. Okay, money is meant to be spent, and money is meant to be spent on yourself, right? But then you have to allocate it, and don't don't just earn and spend, and don't take money from where you are not meant to take money to put money to where you're not meant to put money. Okay, personally, there are a lot of templates out there that people use, but the template I use is a template that's one of my mentors, Sir Elisha Maman. Sir, if you're saying this, I'm very grateful for your time. I'm very grateful for your mentorship. I do not take it lightly at all. Sir Elisha Maman is my mentor, and he taught me a budgeting template that I've been using that transformed my life for the best, radically transformed my life for the best. And he calls them rather the 5S template. Okay, the 5S template. And I wonder if you're saying this to kindly take this down because it's going to help you a whole lot. Okay, the 5S budgeting template is very simple and very straight to the point. Okay, the first S now is spirit. Now, when you talk about spirit, you have to start seeing the world that the world is more spiritual than it is physical. Spirit means a certain amount of money, a certain percent of your money that goes into the spirit realm, okay, to a higher power. There's a higher power that runs the universe. So if you're a Christian and you believe in tithing, a certain percent of your money goes into that aspect. Okay, and the actual percent is 10. 10% of your money goes back into the spirit realm to the higher power that controls this universe. If you, as a person, believe that there's a higher power that actually controls this universe, you should have a commitment to that higher power. Okay, you should have a sense of commitment to that higher power. So, as a Christian, I believe there's God. Okay, as a Christian, I believe there's God, and I believe in tithing. So, this 10% of my earning goes into that system, goes into the spirit realm, goes to the higher power that runs the universe. The world is more spiritual than it is physical. Okay, so if you're Christian and you believe in tithing, that is amazing for you. You can use this 10% to fulfill that. If you're not a Christian and you don't believe in tithing, you can still use this 10% to fulfill other spiritual obligations. Just make sure you don't hold this money. Make sure you put it back into the spirit realm, because definitely there's a higher power that controls the universe. So spirit is number one, and spirit has 10%. Okay, that is the first thing you do when you make any money. Just remove the 10% that goes for the spirit realm. Okay, the next one is SOW. So SOW is sow. This is where money serves as a seed. Okay, there is a seed money, there is fruit money. Seed money is not meant to be eaten. What you eat is fruit money. The seed should be planted. Okay, so SOW, so number two, where your money should go to for the from the five on the 5S template is so 30% of any money you make should be put into a system that will yield revenue and returns for you. 30% of any money you make should be put back into a system that will yield revenue and returns for you. And most people, the average man will say, oh, but my income is so low, my 30% doesn't amount to much. Believe me, if you think hard enough, there's a place you can actually put this 30%. Okay, when people hear investment, the first thing that comes to their mind is, let me put it into someone's company, let me buy stock, let me buy shares, or let me put it, and that's how people fall for Ponzi. Now let me give you this clue. If you don't know where to put this 30%, put it into yourself. Put it into yourself. Personal development is actually a form of investment. But people will not tell you this because they want you to put money into systems you know nothing about. There is no 100% fail-proof investment scheme out there. Okay, the only investment scheme out there that is 100% fail-proof is you. When I bring out 2,000 naira and use this 2,000 naira to advance my skill, and then I move from earning 10,000 naira from my skill to earning 20,000 naira in my skill, that 2,000 naira advancement I've made, did it yield? Of course, it has yielded because I've become better. I use myself as an example a lot because I knew when I'm a publisher, I'm a co-founder of a Pendullum publishing company. I knew when I was charging a specific amount to train people, and now I know how much I charge to still train people. The same thing, just that what was the difference? I got better. I invested it to myself. So putting money into yourself is actually an investment. If you're serious, you can upgrade your mindset, you can upgrade your skill set, you can upgrade your tool set, upgrade your mindset, pay for mentorship, get access, buy books, okay, upgrade your skill set, advance your skill. Yeah, you're a writer. Have you learned under someone? Have you paid for some writing classes that you know that will push you to the next level? Or upgrade your tool set. Your phone has 2 gig RAM or 3 gig RAM, is beginning to slow down a bit. You're no longer as efficient as you want to be. Of course, you make budget and get a new phone. It is a seed. It is an investment when what you put into yourself gets you more returns. Okay, so you must not invest in a business. Yes, you can invest in a business, but that is not all there is. As time goes on, as you earn higher income, you can start talking about investing in full-scale businesses. All right, so 30% goes to sow investment, and I just explained personal development as a strong form of investment. All right, so the third one is save. Save, S-A-V-E, save, and 20% of any money you earn should go into your savings. Okay, 20% of any money you earn should go into your savings. So if you're making 100,000 naira, 20,000 naira should go into your savings. This is non-negotiable. People don't understand savings. People think that savings is until you have one emergency, in quotes. Okay, you are not saving for emergencies. Emergencies could also be positive. You're not just saving for the rainy day, hoping that it will be a negative emergency. You could have a positive emergency. You could have an opportunity that requires you to make a monetary commitment. Okay, you could have an opportunity that requires you to make a monetary commitment. Where do you think the money is going to come from? You want to start making calls, calling uncles and aunts, and start saying this person did not help me when I needed him the most. Of course, you should have something set aside for yourself. So any money you earn, if you earn 1,000 naira, bring out 200 naira, put it in the safe lock. Forget about it. It's not yours as of that moment. Put it there. You're building for yourself. Forget about it there. Okay? Forget about it there. So 20% of any money that comes your way should go into a saving system. 20% of any money that comes your way should go into a saving system. This is as critical as you are living. Very serious. Most young adults in Nigeria pay no heed to savings. Their emergency call is calling friends and family. Oh, I just have this. Can you help me with this? And loans. And that is why these loan apps are making so much money from you, because you don't have anything to fall back on. The only thing you fall back on is friends, family, and loans. Why not fall back to yourself if you have something? How can you tell me as an adult after a whole year you have nothing kept aside to your life advancement? Nothing. It is bad. And this is a very big problem. Most people are falling victim to not saving. You don't spend and save, you save before you spend. You save before you spend. You don't spend and save. Okay? You save, and whatever is left is what you can spend. So after saving, the next one is SHARE. SHARE, to share. Okay? 15% goes to this aspect. Now, why is this included? Is because as a human being, as you keep growing, as you keep into, you cannot avoid responsibilities and you cannot avoid obligation, financial obligation to your family, sometimes financial obligation to your friend. It is not a must per se, but it's something as human, you support people. Okay. Now, when someone comes to your Pendulum and I have this kind of problem, can you help me out with this, blah, 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 blah. You go to this person and cost something to that person. Okay? So out of every 100,000 naira you make, 15,000 naira is not for you to spend. It is for your family and friends. Actually, some people open an account for this specifically. It's called an F&F account, family and friends account. And you don't give loan to friends. You don't give loan to family. It's not because you don't want to help them. It's not because you don't want to support them. But you don't want a situation where you lose the person as a friend and, of course, lose the money you give to the person. The best way to assist a friend or the best way to assist family is to give them something they are not going to pay you back. Let them not pay you back. Support them from where you can afford. Support them from a budget you've mapped out for them. So I always have this on standby. I always have this on standby. I send money to my parents. I have younger siblings in school. Send money to friends. I do all of these things and I don't feel anything because it's not even, it's outside. It has a budget on its own. Okay? 15%. So if I make $1 million today, I bring out 150,000 naira to support my family and friends, and I do it freely. And I support them. They are so happy for me. They pray for me. Oh, Mr. Lewis, you are really trying. My mom pray for me. My dad will pray for me. They don't even know that, okay, this thing I'm even doing is not really like it's affecting me that much. I'm doing it within a budget. If there's no money from that 15%, I will politely decline. Sorry, I can't assist. I can't be your financial assistant as of now. If something comes in, you will hear from me. And that is it. And I feel no guilty. I don't feel guilty for it. I don't feel any guilt for it. Okay, I know that I want to support you, but as of now, I can't afford to support you. Okay, there's something called black tax, and it's holding down a lot of young Nigerians, young Africans. Black tax is when you keep giving, paying back. You are earning, your whole money is going to supporting people, probably supporting family. You're not the one carrying the whole family. You cannot grow that way. Self-care is not selfishness. Okay? So you need to make a budget to assist people, to assist your friends, to assist your family, and be comfortable with it. If you don't have money in that part in that aspect, tell them you are broke. Yes, I cannot go to my savings and send you money because I want to support you. It's not possible because my savings is even locked. Okay, so that is it. And then the last part is spend. This is the remaining part of 25% goes to yourself. This is for your upkeep. This is for your upkeep. Whatever you want to do with your life, whatever lifestyle you want to live, live it with this 25%. If you feel this 25% is not serving you, do not increase the percent. Go and increase your earning. Increase your earning, not the percent. 25% of 1,000 naira is 250 naira, right? 25% of 10,000 is 2,500 naira, right? 25% of 100,000 naira is 25,000 naira, right? 25% of a million is 250,000 naira, right? And then it goes on and on and on. 25% of 10 million is 2.5 million. So it's not a percent that is your problem, it's your income. Do not increase this percent. Don't say, oh, let me this month I want to give myself 50%. I earn 100,000, 50K is for me. No, your money there is 25,000. If you can't make do with it, figure out a way to go boost your income. Don't boost the percent. Okay? So this template, I learned it from Sir Elisha Maman. He broke it down to us. Okay? And then he explained everything. And I figured, man, I've not been doing anything with my life. Where have I been living? I've been living in the cave because I wasn't budgeting anything. What I do is I make money, I spend money. It's earn and spend, ES, earn and spend, earn and spend. Okay? So I've been doing that, going through that circle, and I was consistently broke. Just like Mr. Pendulum said, it's like pouring water into a basket. It won't hold. It won't hold. So if you have no budgeting template as of now, this is something you can try out. And if you are strict with this, you're going to see a massive turnaround. You have to be strict with it. And how can you be strict with it? You have to have what we call financial record keeping. You have to be very meticulous with your financial record keeping, bookkeeping, personal finance bookkeeping. Okay, very few people do this. When you make money, you document it. When you spend money, you document it. So you can track your money. All right, so you can track your finance. If you make 100K, can you give me a complete breakdown to the last kobo of how that 100K left you? If you can do that, that means you are doing financial record keeping. But if you can't do that, you will be oblivious of where this money is even going to. So if you can do that, do bookkeeping for your personal finance, you can then structure this thing very well. Okay, immediately the money comes in, 10% is out. You write it down, you document it. 10% is out, goes to the spirit realm. What goes next? 30%. Put it into a system that it will yield. 30% is sow. You sow it as a seed into system that it will yield. Sometimes you can be the soil to sow into. Okay, you can put this money into yourself and document it as an investment, meaning that you have to account for the return on investment of that money. Okay, so if you use it to advance your skill, what is the return you've made from that skill from when you put this money into you as an investment? Okay, so you have to track it. And then 20% goes into your savings. If I come and say, let me see your savings, I should be able to know your annual income from looking at your savings, because I know that you are saving 20%, so I can just multiply your savings by 5 and I'll get your annual income. Okay, 2020 I ended it with 0 savings. Even though I was seeing money, I was already earning something tangible then. I had nothing. It was 0.00. Okay, and it was bad for me because I felt like, man, where did all this money go to? I opened my account and I saw that how many million has gone through my account, but I couldn't hold on to a penny. because I wasn't breaking it down, I wasn't tracking it, and I wasn't budgeting my expenditure. So immediately you save 20%. The next thing you do is to bring out 15% for family and friend support. Okay, you might feel like no, that is there a need for that? There is a need for that. It's a call to duty. It's a call to responsibility. It's a call to the next level. It's a call to growth. Okay, it's a call to growth because you are becoming an adult. You need to support others. Okay, I have younger siblings in school. Does it mean I will not support them? I have to. Sometimes in Africa, third world Africa, it is not even optional. It is mandatory for you. And as we age every day, responsibilities are aging with you. You cannot, wind your way over it. You have to. You are no longer too young to become financially responsible. Okay, to become financially responsible. So it is vital you bring that up 15%. If you have parents that are alive, you should be thanking God. You should be doing Thanksgiving and supporting them with whatever you can afford from this 15%. If you have one of the parents that is still alive, be grateful and throw your support to them. But don't kill yourself because you want to support your family. Support them within a budget. I'm saying this because a lot of young people are suffering from this black tax. You earn 100,000, you send 80,000 naira home because you're the only one earning. They would die. They will do just well, but cut out a budget for them and support them with that budget and tell them this is what is available so that you can also figure out a way to build your life. And then the last one is spend. 25% goes into you, your upkeep. You have to stay alive. You have to feed. You have to pay bills. So this 25% even has its own breakdown. Okay, this last 25% has its own breakdown. How many percent you should use for this and that, which of course we have time I will also talk about. But this is the, this just a sample template that if you are serious and you want to start something, this can help you. This can guide you. This can keep you on track and help you start actually making better financial decisions. So let me just hold on for here for now. So I allow Pendulum to come in a bit. Pendulum.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. From the comments, I can even see that people are getting massive value, and you've just shared a very, very simple and straightforward template. I've also heard of this template as well from Daddy Mama and Daddy Elisha Mama. Well, you broke it down further for simpler understanding. All right. So, if you're here, if you're listening to us, if you have questions, if you have confusions, uh, do well to put it down in the comments so that Sir Lewis will be taking them step by step as it's going on. After today, if you go to his DM, he may ask you to pay for consulting. I don't know. But here you have the opportunity to ask questions on budgeting and personal finance. Not come and be asking how to sell your product. No. This is for budgeting and personal finance. You want to know how to manage your money. You are making this amount, but you're not understanding how all the money is going. This is the clinic for you today, and you're not paying anything. All right. So I just want to, you talked about this 25% spending, that there is a breakdown to it. As we are waiting for questions and input from those who are watching, just go further and break it down. That's 25% because I think spending is where so many people have problems a lot.
All right, thank you, Pendulum. Thank you, everyone listening. You've seen this live, you've seen this as a replay. You don't take your time for granted. Thank you so much for being here with us, and we believe you're learning as well as we are also learning from you. All right, let me go straight to it. 25% is meant for you to spend. Remember, I said do not increase the percent, increase your earning. Figure out a way you can boost your income. Okay, cash flow is king. So far you are getting something in, you can always make more. All right, so this 25%, I will leave it at 25%. I wanted to say, okay, let's bring out this 25% as a 100% structure and I'll break it down, but let's leave it at 25%. Now, there are two ways to invest. There are two ways to spend money on yourself, actually. You spend money on yourself, you spend money in yourself. I will explain. spend money on yourself, you spend money in yourself. And personal upkeep. If you're an adult, let me say this, let me even say this on air. If you're up to 25 and you're done with school, you should be figuring out a way to leave your parents' house if you're not yet done that. Why am I saying this? It gives you a sense of responsibility. It gives you a sense of accountability. You start being a little bit more serious. Okay? So if you're up to 24, 25, you're done with school, and you're at home, it's not very healthy right now for you to be at home. I know there are pros and cons. You might get a lot of things for less, but you need that push that life will give you when you start staying alone. Even if it's one room, just start somewhere and start putting your life together. So calculate your rent. Calculate your rent if you're paying rent for office or for your home. Calculate your rent. Your rent is going to come from this 25%. Calculate your rent. Okay, when you calculate the rent, the annual rent, bring out 10% of your money. Anytime you earn money, that expenses, that one for spending, bring out 10% for your rent. Because now you are spending on needs. Let me even say this. Spend on needs, not desires. If you want to build your if you want to build your life financially, for now, focus on spending on needs. For now, people that are financially wise, financially conscious, they spend on needs according to priority before they come down to want. There's a lot of things you desire, and you cannot actually satisfy all of them till you die. Even Jeff Bezos cannot satisfy all his desires with all his money. Believe me, the billionaires are still looking to make more money for some things they want to do. Elon Musk is figuring out the way to go stay on Mars and live there. You know, these people have their own dreams too, just like you have your own dreams, and you can never meet all of them, irrespective of how much you think you're earning. So start with the needs. Shelter. I categorize shelter as being very vital. You cannot sleep outside. You cannot face the elements. So shelter, your office space, your home. Bring out 10% anytime you earn something. Bring out 10% and put it aside. When it accumulates, you pay your rent. That is one. Another 10% for feeding. Please eat well. Eat well. Before we go off on this, I'm going to give you a breakdown of maybe some of the commandments of money. Okay? Please eat well. Okay, Caleb said this is eye-opening and this template is okay. Thank you, Caleb. Eat well. When I mean eat well, buy food and eat. Cooked food in your house. Cooked food, cook food and eat. So the other 10%, stock your kitchen. Do you get? Stock your food. Stock your food and eat well. Be healthy for yourself. So you spend on your housing, you spend on your feeding, and then the 5% goes into your appearance. I didn't say clothing, I said appearance. Of course, clothing is part of it. So how you present yourself is how people will address you. So if you've covered these needs, anything, any little money you now have can go to miscellaneous. If you cover this shelter, feeding, and clothing, anything that is left off can go to any of that thing. Maybe you just want to do something out of the blue, you can do that. For fun, you can do that. But don't go for fun. You are planning to go and swim where you are owing rent. When you have 5,000 naira, you feel like you can just pay and go and swim, have a good weekend. It's good to have a good weekend, but follow this thing according to priority. Okay? That 5,000 naira can buy you food, but now you want to use it for swimming because you just want to take pictures for the gram. You are hurting yourself. You are hurting yourself. I didn't say don't go for swimming if you can afford it. After you bought food, why I'm saying feeding is a big issue. I know it is a big issue. So what I do is I buy food, I buy rice, I buy this, I just keep them. So I don't even when I'm broke, I'm okay. There's food. I feed my gas, I have 2 cylinders, I feed this cylinder, I feed this cylinder. So I don't just go, I didn't think of my money and I cannot eat. You know, it is critical you stock your kitchen, especially as a young man, as a young lady, as a young person out there. So shelter, feeding, and then appearance. Remember, I didn't say clothing. I said appearance. It includes your skin. It includes how you look. It includes personal grooming. Buy perfume for yourself. Okay, smell nice, appear nice, look good. And then if you are doing all of these things, you see that life is so simple. We are complicating life beyond what life is. So we intentionally just want to make it so twisted. We want to budget for girlfriend. We want to budget for this. We want to budget for, and then it becomes so overwhelming. You lose track of your money. But if you keep it simple, you will be seeing everything. I've paid rent. I paid my office rent. You go to the market, buy 2 new clothes, and that is it. There's food at home, and that is it. And then whatever is left there, you subscribe your phone for data, and you are good to go. Any other thing is external. Any other thing is external. Okay, focus on you for now. Remember, this is not where you support your family and friends from. Oh, this is on you. On you. Focus on you for now. And let me say this, please. Why spending is why people feel like this money is so small for them. How do you mean I should spend 25%? It's not too small, Mr. Lewis. How can I earn this money and I'm spending so low? It is not. Let me give you this breakdown. 3 categories of people. The first set of people are people that are poor. Now, poverty is not lack of cash. Poverty is lack of the right mindset to money. Okay? When you are poor, your brain is automatically conditioned to live above your means. You live above your means. Let's say your means, your total earning is 100,000 naira. Your lifestyle is 200,000 naira. Naturally, your lifestyle is 200,000 naira. Because you are proving a point, there is nothing to prove, but you just want to, you feel like you want people to validate you. Do you get? So the poor man lives above his means, and the poor man is daft. Okay, he lives above his means. Now the average man lives directly to his means. He earns 100K, he spends 100K. He earns 100K, he spends 100K. So he's constantly broke. After paying him salary 2 weeks later, he's broke because the money is gone. And then he doesn't get loans or anything, but he's always broke. He cannot support you. Okay, his lifestyle takes all of his income. And now look at what the wise man do. And this wise man is the person that will finally do well. The wise man spends less than he earns. The wealthy man spends less than he earns. And that's why you see those wealthy people, they are very frugal. They are not stingy. They respect money enough to be frugal. They are not stingy. Any man that made legal money, that built wealth legally, morally, and ethically, is frugal. He cannot spray money around unnecessarily. They respect money too much to abuse it. But the poor man abuses money with pleasure. The poor man doesn't prioritize, and that's why he doesn't know the difference between needs, wants, and desires. So the wealthy man spends less than he earns. In this case, he's spending 25%. Way less than 100%. 75% difference than he earns. And sometimes he doesn't even spend this 25%. He spends way lesser than it. And you see them so simple, but filthy rich. Filthy rich businesses here and there going on so well, but you see them coming out so simple, they don't have anything to prove to you. And that is how they were able to build wealth over the long run. Okay, look at the billionaires in the world today. It appears simple. They are not cheap. They live a very good lifestyle, a very high costly lifestyle too. But compared to their net worth, their lifestyle is so less. So lesser than that. It's poor people that struggle to live above their means and they're proving nothing. So this 25% is actually more than enough for you. I started this 2021 and my life transformed. Pendullum here can attest to that. We started all together in 2020 and he could see the difference. Okay, we grew together. My life transformed. I stopped struggling about where my money coming from, where it going, because I could actually give you the breakdown. Okay, I started having savings coming up, getting into millions. How did it happen? It didn't happen overnight. I had to wake up. And then before I go, I still want to just bring this. There's something called financial loophole. Okay, financial loophole. Yeah, these are things, vices that take money away from you without adding any form of value to you in return. Okay, Probably they give you instant gratification, they give you instant pleasure, and instant pleasure is still negative. For me, then it was gambling. Okay, I was addicted. I was an addicted gambler. Why do I say this? So that you know that we are coming from somewhere of pain. I have to figure this thing out, or else I won't be here. I have to fight this thing, or else I won't be here today. I have to open up to people. I have to cry for help. Okay, I was so comfortable with gambling. I thought that was where my breakthrough would come from. All right, and I was constantly broke because you earn money, boom, it takes it. Financial loophole, what it does that is a basket to your finances. So it fed you pour the finance into that basket, it pours out. Some people it is womanizing, so chronic, carrying all the girls, sending money every day. It is deadly. For some people, it is impulse spending. They cannot hold on to 1 naira without buying. If you want to know someone that is fighting from impulse spending, give him 200 naira, go out and come back. They have spent it. Anytime they have a penny on them, they want to buy. Most of these things they are buying, they don't need it. I want to buy granules, I want to buy biscuits, I want to buy ice cream. And this is very common with ladies. This is very common with ladies. They go for shopping every week. Most of these things they are buying, okay, I have this cloth, I have the red one, I want to buy the blue one. They don't need it particularly to say they don't need it, but they just want to prove a point that is not there. So financial loophole will keep you broke no matter how much you think you are earning. I've seen people earn millions and still bear transports to work. Telling you, I've seen people earn very sweet, handsome salary and still go broke in 2 weeks or in 1 week because probably they have gambled it, they have drank it away, they have womanized with it, and at the end of the day, they come and say, "Oh, Louis, I beg if you find me 2,000." It's not like that. If all of us were careless with our finance, who will come through for the other person? If all of us were careless with our finance, when I was gambling my life away, people were telling me, but I didn't hear. I felt like they were enemies of progress. Leave me, I want to make it. But it doesn't work that way. Now you might be doing this, you might be caught up in one financial loophole or the other, and people might be telling you, now hear it from me. If you're seeing this live, if you're seeing this as a replay, come out from it. It will kill you faster than you know. You will be in your 50s, be in your 60s, you will be regretting your life in your 20s and 30s if you don't come out now. Is it womanizing? Is it excess drinking? Is it always spending? Is it gambling? Whatever it is, whatever pleasure you think you are deriving from that, it is costing you more. It is costing you more. And that is why you feel like your income is not enough for you. Your income is actually more than enough for you. Any money you are currently earning can actually take care of you. I can prove that to you. Any money, I don't know how much you're earning, but anything you feel that is what you are earning right now can take care of you so well with proper planning and financial management. All right. So that is how the 25% is broken down to feeding, food, shelter, clothing, food, shelter, and appearance, and then everything comes along. That miscellaneous comes into it, and everything comes into it. But these are the priorities. Solve these ones first. Solve these ones first. Once I'm done, once I know I have food, I look well, and then I don't have any issue where I'm staying. I have a roof over my head. I'm okay. I'm okay. Everything is secondary, and I will take time to attend to it. Okay, so that is where the 25% spending comes in. That is not where you support your people from. That is not where your savings is. That is not where you do investment from. That is not where you pay your tax from. That is only for you. So I'm supposing it should be enough for you if you are careful and you plan it. That is it. Thank you.
All right, sir. Thank you so much for that breakdown, and I so much agree with it. There was something you said. Life no hard. Now we just make it hard because
We are
if you
complicating life.
exactly if you are able to secure an accommodation, whether big or whether small, but you know that nobody will come tomorrow and say, "Oga, live here." Even if you go out and nothing come in, you still have somewhere to go and lay your head,
Yeah.
and then you have food. There's one of my friends that once money enter the hand, the first thing she goes to buy is food. She will just stock food as if she's preparing for war. And
It is
there's a lot of,
important to.
yeah, very important, because once she gets her salary, that's the first thing she buys. She will just stock her kitchen. Her kitchen will be looking like a small supermarket. And sometimes, you will not understand what she's doing. You even be making fun of her. But before the month reach her, there's no money again, no. But she's always eating. There's food. So this breakdown is really, really, really essential. You have a place to stay. You have food, and you have money. You're looking good. See, the goal is not to look rich. I'm talking to those that are listening now. The goal is to be rich. Most people that look, they don't have 5 naira. You will see them carrying big phone, but they will be looking for money to subscribe that phone. Somebody will earn
Ah,
100 and carry 150 to go and buy phone. Who are you trying to impress? Nobody cares the phone you are using. Nobody cares the
mm,
phone you are using.
mm,
You want to snap good picture. I tell people you are buying phone because of camera. Until use your friend's phone and snap. Buy the one your hand reach. If you want good picture, use your friend's phone. That person that don't want to manage their money, they are buying using their home money to buy phone. Use their phone and snap. Send it to your phone. Nobody will know where you snapped it. Don't. We should stop killing ourselves. You're earning 100K, you're buying phone on 150K. Are you going to eat the phone? And the worst thing is that people that do this, that phone will not even bring them 5 naira. You just snap picture, play game. So I really, really appreciate that breakdown. Focus on what is important.
thank you.
Accommodation, food, and taking care of yourself. How you look, how you smell. One of my friends said, if you're an adult, it's a responsibility for you to smell nice. You cannot come and be terrorizing people with your smell.
You
You will
cannot
see,
terrorize
I'm
respect.
telling you, you will sit close to some people in the bus and you'll be regretting why you did not trek. As in, it should be in the constitution that those kind of people should face jail
Smell
time.
nice is a
No,
law.
no.
Smell nice is a law. So,
There's one question here. I think we just take this question then round up. Let me
all
pick
right.
from this. The question has been here. It said, "Is it okay to save up to more than 20%? Like you save 50% and then balance everything with the remaining 50%." That's the question. Can you save more than the percentage you recommended? Maybe you want to do your savings fast. Is it okay to do that if you can balance yourself on the remaining one? That's his question.
All right. All right. Thank you. The Academy Designs. Thank you so much for this. Let me attend to that. Yes, you can save more than that. Remember, if you've read The Richest Man in Babylon, I don't know if you've read it, one of the best financial books out there. It says
Yeah.
save 10%. In fact, it was 10% that people preach. Save, make sure you save percent, make sure you save 10%. But now that the mama taught me that 20% is better. Of course, if it is more, all the best. Okay, but don't do savings to the detriment of other things in your life. Don't halt your growth because you feel like if you are saving for savings sake without a target, please let me also clarify savings so people don't misunderstand this. There are two types of savings. We have long-term savings and short-term savings. Anything less than 3 months is short-term. Okay, anything less than 3 months is short term, and you can actually do that in your local currency. If you are doing long term savings, like you want to save for the next 2 years, you want to hit a target in the next 2 years, I wouldn't advise to save in your local currency if you are in Nigeria because your money, inflation will deal with it. It will lose its value before you get that savings complete. Okay, at the end of 2 years, you might have saved 1 million, but the worth is 500,000. So you'll be seeing 1 million as a figure. What it can, the purchasing value in the market is 500,000. So what you have is 500,000. Okay, so you can save in other currencies, which some of the time I don't know if maybe me and Pendullum will have this time again. I can share that publicly, or you can meet me and we can find out a way I can tell you that privately. Okay, so saving other currencies. If for 20%, yes, you can save more than that, not to the detriment of the other aspects. You can make your savings with your sowing if you don't have systems you want to put money to grow. Okay. So when I said 30% and savings, I said 20%. So let's say 30% of my money, I'm earning 10,000. Now 30% is 3,000. I don't know what to do with this 3,000. had him in seed. I said, Mr. Lewis, I just calculated my 30% is 5,005. I said, oh, 30% is 5,005. This money is very low. What you do is keep it in your savings. Add your savings to your sewing. Add everything together and take it to your savings. By the time you save up to a point, it becomes tangible enough for you to bring out that 30% back. Don't bring out everything and thinking that is my savings, let me just spend it. Bring out 30% back, which must have added something up, and then invest. Okay, so yes, you can merge the sowing and the savings and put them together as savings. In quotes, you put them together as savings, and then using the other 50% for yourself. No, the other 50% cannot be for yourself. You cannot spend 50% for yourself because you will mismanage it. You think you will manage it right, but you will mismanage it. Have you paid something into the higher power? This world is run by something, okay? And it's something I strongly believe there's a higher force out there. Me as a Christian, I believe there is God. I don't advise you to skip that. Okay, that is one. Number two, have you mapped out something to support your family and friends? Or do you think they won't call you? You don't need to have them call you. When I started saying something tangible, I started paying my parents. At the end of the month, I have demands, I pay them from my earning. I don't feel it because it's within a budget. If you have two surviving parents, be celebrating them, support them. They are well to do, they are not well to do, whatever it is, support them. If you have one surviving parent, support that person. Support that person. That's why you're an adult. So it's not yours. The 50% is not yours. What is yours is 25%. Don't spend above 25%. If you feel 25% cannot cater for you, go and boost your earning. Don't raise that percent. It is critical you learn this. If you can follow this for 1 week, come back and give your testimony. I'm telling you, turn your life around. You have to make out something for your family. Yes, you have to make out something for them. That is it. That is just how the universe works. So your parents, your siblings, your friends, it makes the world a better place. Oh, your friend just cried out to you, blah 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 blah. You sent 10,000. The 10,000 might seem big, but then you sent it from a budget. You are not even feeling it. Okay, you sent it from a budget. You are not even feeling it. You have it for them. And if you don't have that money in that system, tell them I am broke. Sorry, I am temporarily broke and I cannot be of assistance to you financially now. Don't give someone your savings. Don't give someone your investment money. Don't give someone money for your feeding. No, that is not self. That is not being selfless. That is being stupid. Don't give money for maybe you want to buy or you want to use it to help someone. No, let's all be safe. Like let's all have sense. Yeah, how things are done. And if you can't help it, you can't help it. Believe me, you cannot help everybody. You can only support them and assist them. You cannot live their life. So your feeding money is your feeding money. Your house rent is your house rent. Your looking good money is your looking good money. Your clothes, your perfume. I have budget for all these things, and that's why I don't feel it anymore. If I don't have money for buying clothes, I know I don't have money for buying clothes. I will not use my savings to buy clothes. So these templates will help you a lot. I started it last year, and the difference from last year to this year is so tremendous. I can't remember myself last year. I can't even say, Louis, was I back here? You know, I felt the growth. I felt I can look at my savings and smile. I can look at my family, I'm supporting them. I look at my life, I'm doing this in order. And it's just because of this one template. But you have to follow it. You have to follow it. Yeah, thank you. I hope this helps. Thank you. Okay, you said you're getting more clarity on this. Yeah, grateful. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you for your time. Just to add this so that we round up, we're almost at an hour. Two things I just want to add. You talked about sewing, and one of the you said it, but I just want to lay emphasis. Whoever is listening to me, just understand that the best place you can sow, and the first place you should sow is in yourself. Sow in yourself. See, you can never lose an investment you make on yourself. All right, some people will learn skill and they will be complaining, I've not made 1 naira from the skill. See, the day you will make that 1 naira, you will not come and tell anybody. The day somebody will give you a job, you won't tell anybody. So If you have skill, you have a skill. If you have knowledge, you have knowledge. Prof will always say your skill is the one thing that cannot be taken from you. Till tomorrow,
Only.
even if they steal everything I have, nobody can steal my skill of copywriting. Nobody can steal my
Mm,
poetry. You can't beat it out of me.
mm,
If I have to
mm,
start I have somewhere to start because I have a skill. So invest in yourself,
mm,
invest in learning a skill, invest in gaining knowledge. Okay, because let's
mm,
not just skill. Invest in gaining knowledge because your
mm,
knowledge is what can set you apart. I always tell people knowledge is the ultimate differentiator. What will differentiate me and somebody else is just knowledge. What do I know that he does not know? What does he know that I don't know? So always invest.
mm,
Buy books, pay for mentorship. Okay, some of you
mm.
will say you don't have money. You don't have money. YouTube is free. Google is free. How many times do you use
It
it?
is real.
Yeah, actually, there are some kind of questions people will come to ask me, and I'm like, "Have you even checked Google?" They'll say they didn't think to check Google, but you thought to ask me. So if you
Mm,
don't have money to pay for mentorship, Google is free, YouTube is free. There is so much information on YouTube. Okay, in fact, nowadays you are paying for mentorship for structure and guidance, not really so much knowledge. Because see, if you go to YouTube, there's so much. People are sharing so much on YouTube. But the problem is it's scattered, it's not organized. That's why you pay for
mm,
mentorship, that's why you pay for courses. Somebody has taken time to organize everything and input his own personal experiences and knowledge. But you don't have money to
mm,
pay for. Okay, learn from free. No, you won't learn. And you're complaining. Ask yourself, all this you're complaining, what has it done for you? So invest in yourself. That's the one thing, the first thing I want to say. And the second thing, just is Lewis talked about family and friends and black tax. Learn how to say no. Learn how to say no. Stop feeling bad that you told
that.
somebody.
It is
Stop,
okay.
exactly. Stop feeling bad that you told somebody no. Sometimes you will not even have, and you're borrowing to give somebody. Can that person not go and borrow by himself? Even Jesus said, "Love your neighbor as yourself," not even more than
Mm,
yourself. Stop feeling bad that you told somebody no. Stop feeling bad. There are sometimes you're the one encouraging their bad habit. You're the one encouraging their dependency. You reach your limit for
mm,
somebody. Don't person no. I don't. Sometimes people ask me for money. I tell them I don't have. It does not mean I don't have. I have savings that even me don't touch. I have all these things. But if I've reached where my limit for giving, maybe for a particular month, I'll tell you I don't have. I don't have,
that's
and
it.
you will not. It's my money. You won't beat me. So learn how to be comfortable saying no. And this is not only in the aspect of money. See, no will do you a lot of good. There are some people that have put themselves in so many problems because they could not say no. Your friend invites you to somewhere you don't want to go. Your spirit is telling you not to go, but you cannot say no. Somebody is asking you for something. Just let me not go too long so that I'll not, because I like talking. Let me not start a sermon here. But learn how to say no. You're an adult. Nobody will beat you. I saw a post something when somebody said when he grew up, he stopped lying because you will not beat him. If I tell you the truth, you will not beat me. So if I tell you no, come, let's go here. No, you won't beat me. You won't drag me. There are some places
That is
you've used your hand to put yourself into trouble, to make wrong decisions, to go to the wrong places, to
mm,
give out the wrong things because you could not say no. If you forget everything we've done, don't forget two things. Don't forget the templates that Louis has given. Spirit 10%, soul 30%. What's the other one?
say
Um, yeah,
save
save 50%, share
20%.
50%, and
Okay.
spend on yourself 25%. Don't forget that, and then don't forget that saying no is not a crime. It is not a sin. It is not even being
Yeah.
selfish. As long as you're not saying no all the time, you're not selfish. But if you're not saying no at all, you are being stupid. You're not taking care of yourself. So know when to say yes, know when to say no. Sometimes people come with you. There's a saying I heard that is one of the most profound saying I've heard. The saying goes that the things that are most urgent are not always important. The things that are so urgent, they are not always important. Sometimes people transfer their urgency to you. Someone will be calling you as if they want to die. You don't even ask them what they want to do with that money. They want to buy shoe. They want to buy shoe, and they will make you borrow or make you give them your feeding money to buy shoe. It's not right. So learn how to say no. That is where I will end for this. Cyclist, thank you so much for accepting to be here.
It's a pleasure.
I've
It's a
learned.
pleasure. Just a minute, let me, so that if there are people that will want to have my time for themselves, let me tell them how they can reach me for a minute. And then, of course, I have this small resource that I feel that can help them get their finances together. All right,
All right.
I put together my knowledge on this finance, personal finance, and the book is titled "Where the Hell Did My Money Go?" It's a financial book to help you track your finance and help you grow. Okay, I really put a whole lot there, and of course there are bonuses to you getting this book. I have a book I did last year called Roadmap to Millions. That was a book I published when I made my first 1 million naira online. That was last year. So I did that book. I also have other bonuses attached to that. Okay, I have an application that documents your income and expenses and gives you the total breakdown at the end of the month, so that when you look at it, you can now track your money. When I started tracking my money, I saw how much I was spending for data, internet data in a month, and I figured out a way to subsidize, to make it less by subscribing for more. Because then I used to do 5k, 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 5k. I will almost do like 8 times in a month. Every 4 days, I was doing like 5,000 error data. I figured I was spending so high on this. How can I make it less? I started going for the higher data bundle options for the higher cost, but I will just pay maybe twice in a month. So I do data 10,000. It finishes, I do another 10,000. So 20k, and I'm good. So I cut my data expense because I was able to track it. And a whole lot of other things. So this book is titled "Where the Hell Did My Money Go?" Is currently on pre-order for just 1,500 naira. As of July 2022, it's on pre-order. By August 21st, 2023, go live, and the selling price is 5,000 naira. In case I don't know when you'll be listening to this, so you just take note of that. So how do you get it? Send me a DM on Facebook. Louis Akwaze is my name across all platforms. Send me a DM, Louis Akwaze Facebook. Just type a message and say, "Hi Louis, how you doing? I want to get your book," and then we'll take the conversation from there. Or you want to have my time to yourself, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, anything. You want to ask me some personal questions you are not comfortable saying online. I am always available. Reach me on Louis Akwaze Facebook, Louis Akwaze Instagram, and of course, you will get my number on Facebook, and you can send me a direct message on WhatsApp. Thank you, Pendulum, for having me. I'm super grateful to be here, and thank you for sharing with us also. It's a pleasure.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Just to add my own endorsement, do well
Bye-bye.
to get the book. Do well to pre-order the book. You've heard from Sir Lewis, and you've seen that he knows his stuff when it comes to managing the finances. So get that book now that is relatively cheap. I mean, why pay 5,000 later when you can pay 1.5? Or why keep wasting your money and spending money unnecessarily when 1.5 can help you save more money? This is
And when
economics.
you order, when you need to get a 30 minutes consulting with me, free. 30 minutes free consulting. I get you a direct call and we talk about your money. That is it.
All right, so many bonuses attached. So just send him a message on Facebook. That's his name on the screen, Louis Akwaze, and he will tell you how to get the book. Or if you can't get to him, you can get to me.
Yeah.
Reach me, and I will give you his contact. Louis is a brother. Louis is a friend, and he has always answered. Louis is actually one of the first people that helped me when I started online. Helped me find my feet. Helped me find my way. I remember right from iWriters. Louis and
Coming, bro. Very long time coming. Well, we're going to have a school meet very soon. Don't worry. We are together. Very long time coming, man.
I'll be looking forward to this. Are you
Yeah.
and Coach Vera, both of you were one of the first people, and Prof as well.
Great,
Prof as well.
great, man.
So thank you
Thanks,
so
man.
much, sir. We'll end this here. Thank you
Signing out.
everyone here. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. Whether you're watching live, if you've been here or through the session, thank you so much. Um, do well to subscribe to this channel, subscribe and turn on notifications. I do this almost every weekend, right? You can go to the channel and look at other sessions I've had on different aspects of sales and marketing. All right, so subscribe, turn on notifications. We'll be here next week again to talk on something different. For now, good night. Go out there, make money, manage your money. Some other time we'll talk about multiplying your money. God bless you. If you're watching a replay, also drop comments, engage, share, subscribe, and have a beautiful, beautiful night.